Hello everyone, welcome back to more AEW and TEW 2020. We are here, third week of August in 2022 on our Rampage show, just 2 weeks before All Out. We start off with tag team action as the Vision defeat the Hybrid 2. Matt Sydal sustains a hernia, and knowing my luck, that'll put him out of action for the tag title match. Jake Robertson enters the ring, and he has a mic in hand. He says, 3 of the best teams in the world go head to head to head. 2 weeks' time at All Out. But just confining things to a triple threat tag team match wouldn't be enough. Briscoes, you said that you were more than willing to face 2 top teams at the same time, but I propose something even more. We can truly prove who's the best team in a ladder match. The Young Bucks, the Briscoes, and the Vision, all in the ring at the same time, risking their bodies and their lives at the same time in a ladder match. Briscoes come out, they're talking shit about the Vision. They also give some shots at the Young Bucks, because of course. And they eventually agree to, hey, no, sure, we'll do this as a ladder match. Why not? Holy shit, this got a 99. AJ Styles is then seen with the Bullet Club backstage and says, well, we got good news and bad news for you all. And good news is I've managed to get a match for all of you at All Out. Bad news is that most of your matches will be on the buy-in. Good Brothers Phantasmo and Hammerstone, you've got the VIPs Club employees with the North, Griffin Slade, and Chris Bay. Scorpio, you're defending your FTW title against Ricky Starks and Priscilla. Well, you're ending that run of form that Rio is getting. But of course, the most important part here, one that for sure will be on the main card, is myself. See, Jungle Boy, on Wednesday, you had a taste of what was to come when I cut off some of your hair. And I get it. You're this young prospect in the wrestling business, 24, 25 years old, and already a fast-rising star with accolades and hype to their name. But all that status comes with some big caveats, because despite everything that you have about trying to be this humble person, about trying to be this someone else, you're getting too big for your own boots, Jungle Boy. It's about time that the phenomenal one, the veteran, the star, one of the best wrestlers of all time, shows you some humility at All Out. So yeah, surprised I got a 99. AJ usually struggles a little bit on the mic. Britt Baker then defeats Bianca Corelli. Just a real quick match. Get some hype. Britt Baker then gets a mic, and she says, for the past 2 years, hell, even longer than that, I've been busting my ass off in this ring. Hit moment after hit moment, star match after star match. I have been the reason that AEW's thrived so much, all while Hikaru Shida saunters off to Japan to act like some big shot there and abandon all the fans here in America. I have been the big reason that this women's division is where it is. I put it on the map. And everything that came after was because of me. That TBS title, it's here because of my impact. And at All Out, I'm going to prove just that when I put that lockjaw in on Hikaru Shida and force her to tap out to Britt Baker, DMD. Build a little bit of hype. Interesting. Adam Page is then seen in Paul Heyman's office with Miro sitting beside him. Heyman talks about how he loved seeing the two work together on Wednesday at Dynamite. Says that he's looking forward to them facing off against each other at All Out. And for a match of such high caliber, he wants the contract signing to be in public. He wants that to be an open signing, not just a behind closed doors things. So, next week on Rampage, at the end of the show, yes, that will be we're actually going to have a main event angle, like a proper main event angle, not just like a post-match angle. That contract signing will be there, because he wants to grab at least a last little bit of hype that the two can face off in the ring the night and, stare each other down, talk out the differences, make sure that they're all on the same page the night before the pay-per-view. Hangman and Miro agree, they head out. Of course, probably Miro heads up first, Hangman a little bit after. They're not buddy-buddy. But camera lingers on Paul Heyman, who looks a little bit distressed at this. which is very weird for something that will most likely score 100 rating, or at least very high 90s. It's Paul Heyman. He's going to be running a contract signing for two of his biggest stars, so something's up, clearly. Hiromu Takahashi defeats Eddie Kingston when Adam Cole attacks Takahashi. And of course, they're attacking Eddie Kingston, explained here. The Cult of Cole swarm the ring. They're beating down on both Kingston and Takahashi. And eventually Adam Cole kind of takes a slight backseat. He gets up on the turnbuckle. I like having people talk on top of the turnbuckles. I don't know, it's an aesthetic I like. It kind of has like almost like a seat of authority thing going on. Cole says basically that Takahashi should start to get used to this kind of beating, because while he's gonna have quite a beating here, it's not gonna be anything compared to what he'll get at All Out in their last man standing match. And so, because Cole's gonna knock him unconscious, he also warns Eddie Kingston about messing with the Cult of Cole in the Casino Battle Royale. Says that if Eddie gets into the same suite as Sheridan and Joey Janela, he won't even make it to the ring on his own 2 feet. So yes, a few more people announced for the Casino Battle Royale. Eddie Kingston, Bruiser Sheridan, and Joey Janela all have been announced, alongside Satnam Singh. Quick vignette hypes up Shotzi Blackheart versus Mayu. Different styles, different upbringings. They're hyping up their own stuff. They're narrating things themselves. Mayu's talking about how she's held the title. She wants to put on good matches for everyone. People have praised her as one of the best women's wrestlers in the world. Of course, she had feuds with people like Io Shirai for that title of best in the world. She is currently the champion. Very traditional style. Shotzi's talking about how she's a very offbeat kind of wrestler. Mayu, she's known for some dangerous things, such as always landing on her neck, but Shotzi, she's always throwing herself out there. She's always putting 100%, 110% on the line for this. Shotzi, she obviously respects Mayu's ability, but she still wants to win, not just because, it's a title match, but because Shotzi wants to show that you can be a little bit off kilter and still have that big win. So, just quick thing there. Another quick match here. Big Swole defeats Leva Bates. This show's not going to be too good because we have a few pretty shit matches. Tony Schiavone comes down to the ring after the match and he interviews Big Swole about her reason for coming to the aid of Jordynne Grace on Wednesday at Dynamite. Big Swole says those baddies are a bunch of talk, Tony. They're running around pretending like they own the place, all while people like me aren't getting any TV time because we're sitting back and we're letting things happen. I respect the initiative, but here's the thing, baddies. I am one of the best money-making wrestlers that AEW has. I'm gonna make sure that people know that. Jade Cargill, you can pretend that you're this hot shit, but really? You're nothing compared to people with tenure, with experience, with skills like I do. Jade, you're still a rookie here. Well, I have been here since the start. Hell, if you think about it, Jade, you're just a knockoff version of me. Worse in every single way. You can call yourself swole, you can have these muscles, but I am Big Swole. I am the muscles. I am making so much. I am the star of AEW. And your three little cronies? Well, they're out here stealing spotlight from people who deserve it. People who actually have a backbone and aren't just listening to people like Jade Cargill. People who actually earn money for the company. Jordan, I'm sorry to say this. I respect you a ton. My decision to help you wasn't about you. No. I needed to get at the badge because I hate what they stand for, and I need to show that I am still all that in AEW. I need to do more of these, in-ring interviews post-match with Tony. Vignette plays of the Rose Gardens fancy restaurant. Garza is yelling at Sammy for messing up a bunch of things there, and Sammy storms off. He's greeted at the window by Ace Austin, who reports that there's still no luck in finding out where Chris Jericho went. This frustrates both of them, but their sneaky discussion is found out before Ace can get away by Kip Sabian. He reports that to Garza, and he says, all right, you know what? Fine. You two want to keep conspiring together? Then let's just finish this off with a match as wrestling does. Me and Kip Sabian against Ace Dawson and Sammy Guevara. If Sammy wins, I'll let you free from my service. But if I win, I will have the ability to fire you if you keep messing up. So yeah, just a quick thing there. Setting up another match at All Out. Ooh, that changes things. Okay. I'm going to work with that. So, Brutali Inc. actually defeat the Faces when Pillman Jr. pins Darby Allin with Tornado DDT after interference from Pac. I will explain that in just a moment. That will change our U.S. title match because, Tony will not be healthy for that upcoming match. So I'll have to do a quick change, figure out who's all involved with that then. Yep. Pac is on the outside for the entire match, and he seemingly is still injured. You know, he's got the kendo stick in his arm that wasn't injured. As the match is nearing its end, Brian Pillman Jr. and Darby Allin are the only ones up and in the ring. So probably something like, Dijak has delivered a big move to Moxley and Cody. The Hit Squad have been doing moves to them. Of course, the injury helps out a little bit for the story because Antonio Lotens can't really get moving anymore. He can move, but obviously he can't really fight too much. But Darby is preparing for a coffin drop, and ref watching, Killer Kelly comes up, and she has her chain in hand. Ref turns around, focused on, hey, Killer Kelly, don't mess this match up. Pac gets up, he has both arms on the kendo stick, he's perfectly healthy, whacks Darby in the face with it, because Darby Allin would be the kind of madman to take a kendo stick directly to the face. Falls off, hits a black arrow, Pillman Jr. Then hits his own Tornado DDT, and wins the match. Pac, Brutali Inc., they beat down the rest of the Faces, and the show ends with Brutali Inc. standing tall. All of the Faces are kind of in a pile in the middle of the ring, Brutali Inc. surrounding them. It's a great end to the show. 83 rated, that's fine. But I will have to change my TNT title match, my US title match, because of Antonio Lotens' injury, but that will be fine as we move on to our go-home Dynamite of the show of August towards All Out. Of course, doesn't really matter. The real go-home is Rampage, but whatever. In the next episode, we got Dynamite.